What's up? Let's wait for the video to come live. What's going on, guys? How we doing? Welcome to the factory, where it is literally just me sitting here. Don't have a video coming out today because we're waiting on a couple of things for the RX36. So I thought that I'd jump online and do a live stream with you guys. So what's up? How we doing? We have all of the cars here. I thought we may as well do a bit of a walk around with all the cars. And kind of, yeah, just hang out pretty much. Nice Sunday evening here. And also we'll talk about the E36 giveaway car. So, Mad King, what's up? What's up, Matthew? How you doing? Oliver? All the boys are here. Jenny, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it didn't post the stream to my channel for some reason on the front page, so I don't know if a bunch of people are going to miss out on the stream or not, but regardless, doesn't matter how many people are here, it's all good, we get to hang out anyway. So just for starters, if there's anything you guys want to know or see on any of the cars that we have here at the factory, the E36, the other E36, the other E36, or the Datsun that we have here, feel free just to ask in the comments, and I will do my best to answer those questions. Julius, how you doing, my dude? Welcome to the stream. Man, this is such a jiggy setup I've got going here, by the way. It's like my laptop, and we're streaming off my GoPro. Look, there's you guys, and it's all being hotspotted off my phone. But we've got to do what we've got to do to make it work. So, yep. Woo. So hit me with any questions that you guys have. I'm having a V so that I can get a little bit of caffeine in me so that I can get G'd up for this. We might as well start having a little bit of a walk around anyway while we're waiting. So I'll take you guys with me. I have to take my laptop and the GoPro, so this might be a little difficult. What is the next event that you're going to? From DP Carter. Next event that we're doing is in 3 weeks. It's a Drift Cadet event, and it's at Winton Raceway, and I'm freaking pumped about it because we haven't had any events here for, well, I don't know, months really, because of COVID, obviously. And this is their first event back, and it's only 35 people. It's open tracks and no groups, no sessions. We can drift as much as we want, which is crazy. And it's just going to be sick. And we will be taking the purple car, which is mad. M50 B30 Turbo E36. This thing likes to do a pretty good skid. I'm sure you guys would have seen it on the channel, which is mad. Sup, it's complicated. How you doing? Hope it's not too complicated. Oliver says do a skid. Please don't be a bad influence on me, Oliver. Second that to do a skid. Ride-alongs available. Unsure about ride-alongs. We're waiting on the call from Drift Cadet before we decide on ride-alongs at the Winton event. So just keep your eye probably on my YouTube, really, and I'll confirm that in the next couple of days. Where is the T18? From Dylan Green. Shout out Dylan, what's up, my dude? The T18 is at Dave's house, and he used it for that last event that we had, the Retsuri event in New South Wales, and it's stuck out there because he is outside of the ring of steel that they have around Melbourne, so I can't get out there to get the car, so it's been sitting out there for a while. But basically the aim for that car is we're just going to sell it because we've got quite a lot going on at the moment. So if anyone is looking for a rad little drift car, hit me up. I have a couple of people kind of interested, but you know how that thing goes. You never know until someone turns up with the cash. But as you guys probably guess, places like this and all these cars are expensive, and you've always got to keep things moving to keep funding everything. By the way, how good does the Datsun look? That thing is freaking nuts. Team Eat Shit asks, what mods will you do to the 4-banger giveaway E36 car? We'll go through that. I'll take you guys over in a second, and we'll have a chat about the car. Mostly because I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, but also we've had some people come on board, some partners that are going to supply some parts for it, which is sick. So we do have some mods happening, which will be freaking rad. So we'll walk over in a second when I feel like actually getting off my butt, and we'll go over and have a look at that car. It's going to be quite a cool wee car. Obviously super low power, but I'm trying to keep it kind of as street spec as possible because drift cars are really expensive, and you know, it's all well and good to give away a drift car, but a lot of people can't afford to have a dedicated drift car. So this car there, as you can see in the background, I want to keep it, I want to have it so that the person can use it as a street car if they want to drive as a daily driver. So we won't be going too far in terms of turning it into a full drift car, but it'll come with everything that you need to go drifting, which is mad. Pretty cool. Is Cairns Engineering going to sponsor it? Don't know yet, actually. Shannon's Garage. I'm currently building an E36 328i pan and wide body convertible. Thanks for the advice. Bruh. Always keen to give you guys advice. I'm always happy when people reach out and ask for it. So no worries and good luck with your build. I'm sure it'll be 10 times better than all of my builds. So that's rad. But let's walk over and have a look at this E36 giveaway car. We're going to take the laptop and everything with us. So it's, like I said, a little bit of a jiggy setup, but look at this. Mad. So let's put you guys up front. So here is the E36 giveaway car. And this thing is freaking pretty straight. Like, it's super nice. Like, there's one dent in the back of it. And other than that, it's like a full sweet car. So the dent is like right here. Oh, look, there's a spider web. Oh, sorry, I dropped you guys. So the dent's right here, and that is pretty much the only dent in the car. Unsure as to whether we'll fix that or not, but we'll see. But yeah, she's super straight, super clean. We'll jump to the inside of it. So she got that full leather interior, which I chucked in because the other interior that was in it was a little bit manky. No rips at all in the interior, which is sick. No cracks in the dash whatsoever. Just, it's really, oh, I've still got it. Actually, you know what, I can use this in here. It's really nice and tidy. Ew, look at that. Rad. The roof lining's a bit how's she gone, but I'll fix that up before we actually go ahead and give it away, which is sick. So, she is pretty tidy. There we go. So pretty much, the plan is we're going to fit coilovers to it. Max beating rods. What up, Max beating rods have come on board with a set of coilovers, so that'll be going straight into it. GMF Fab, who Damon owns GMF Fab, is going to come on board and do an intake and an exhaust on it, but just a nice one, not a crazy kind of loud one, which is rad. I'm looking for a set. I really want this car to be, like, I don't know, super cool, like slammed enough that it's still legal, and on 15-inch rims or 16-inch rims if I can help it. So some nice wide 15s or 16s would be really cool. That'll also help with the person when they want to go drifting on the track. The smaller the wheels are, the easier they are to spin, which would be sick. And then it'll have a 444 diff gear in it, a steering wheel from my business, two-step garage, and it's just going to be super simple, rad little seat time car. So I'm really stoked on the build. We'll be starting it hopefully next week or the week after, and doing obviously a full video on the whole build, which is sick. I have a bunch of new merchandise that's almost ready to drop in the next maybe 4 or 5 weeks, and we'll be dropping that. And basically how it's going to work is you buy a sticker, it'll get you an entry. You buy a t-shirt, that'll get you a couple of entries. Same with the hoodie and so on and so forth. So yeah, it'll be pretty sick. The odds I'm sure will be very good. I don't expect that we're going to get millions of entries or anything like that. So yeah, it's pretty sick. But I did originally buy this just to buy, clean up and sell, but it's way cooler to give it away, I reckon. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't know. If you guys have any kind of crazy ideas about how you'd think that I should do the giveaway that is different to what I just said, I'm always open to feedback, so to speak. So definitely hit me with that. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Can I ask, how much did you pick it up for? It was a little bit under $1,000, but it definitely wasn't in the state that it's in now. It was a barn find, pretty much. So it had been sitting there for, I think, about 7 years. The old dude pretty much stopped driving it because of his age, and it was just caked in dirt, like crazy. We obviously got the buffer out and buffed it up. The interior was super manky, like super manky, and there were just a couple little things, but like I'll show you the engine bay, it's nice. With a little bit of elbow grease, it come up really good, and it's also got full service history. It's had a brand new engine put in, a brand new clutch put in. Like this thing is, it's definitely like it's been owned by an old man, so you know how it is. It's mad. Oh, by the way, to enter this, you will have to be subscribed to the channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, because if we draw the name and we check and they're not subscribed, then we'll go ahead and redraw the name, obviously. So you definitely need to be subscribed, which is mad. It is a nice little ride, it's pretty sweet, but it's going to look way cooler once we're finished with it than it is now. Obviously it'll come with the stock wheels as well, that the winner can use as skidders and all that type of stuff. Are you going to weld the diff? It'll come with a 444 welded diff in it, the same as what's in the RX 36 Ute, and that's really high ratio, so it makes it a lot easier to drift with a low power car. But it will also come with a stock diff that's in it currently as a spare, so that if the person does want to street drive it, chuck that diff in, take it on the street, and you're good to go. Because you got to keep it legal. Legal, not illegal. Legal. Very easy to get that wrong. Sounds like a good way to give it away. Cheers, Oliver. I reckon. It's more about, I'll be drawing it, by the way, on Christmas Eve, which is going to be really cool. So I'll be giving someone essentially a car for Christmas. And the bigger thing for it is, it's not about making money, it's about spreading the Lakeside Co brand, which is the YouTube brand, like LZ, MFG for Adam LZ, and whatever Tanner Fox's brand. Everyone's got a brand for their YouTube channel, so it's just all about exposure for the brand, and mostly about giving someone a free car that they can go and drift in, because not everyone can afford a drift car. What would a 444 diff make the RPM sit at going 100 k's? About 2500. No, more. It's high. It is high. But like I said, it comes with the stock diff, so put that in when you're daily driving it, and you'll be sweet. 444s are the best for daily driving and going fast. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys a little bit around the RX36 for now, while we're just chilling. Keep firing questions. I'm just carrying my laptop around because it's cool. So, Karen, the RX36 Ute. This thing is very close to being able to go on the track. And the reason that there wasn't a video out this weekend is because we're booked in to go see Damon, which we're going in the next couple of days. And I thought I'd rather wait to put the video out and have a lot of substance in the video rather than just put a kind of average video with not much happening in it. So that is why we're hanging out right now. Yeah. So I'm missing your guys' questions. My diff in the E36 sits at like 3,250 RPMs, and that's a 364. There you go. So 444s are pretty high. Jenny, that's epic. Mine is blown. Can you do a tour of the Datsun, please? It's coming up. You gotta hold your horses, but we're gonna get there. Of course. Yeah, the RPM will be high. But hey, remember, put that stock diff in, it'll be sweet. Can you be anywhere in Osbro or just Vic? So this competition will definitely be open to everyone in Australia. Yeah, but not overseas, because I'm not rich and it's quite an expensive venture to give a car away overseas, and a little E36 probably isn't really worth it. So anywhere in Australia, got to sort out some shipping stuff first. The winner may have to pay shipping. But it won't be that expensive. It's pretty cheap to ship a car around Australia, unless you're like over that real far side. Can't remember what the real far side is, but yeah. Anyone in Australia, you'll be right. You'll be sweet. If you get enough entries, you should add a learner drift day with your coaching. I was thinking about actually reaching out to a couple of businesses and seeing if we could add a drift day in. Only thing being, I am obviously well hooked up in Victoria, but if the winner is out of Victoria, it's pretty hard, obviously, for me to sort out a drift day for someone else. And saying that, if someone wants me to teach them how to drift in this thing, I'll happily come and help you out, as long as I get to drive it as well. For sure, anywhere. What are you going to turbo first? Datsun or the RX36? The Datsun, by the looks of things, is going to get carbs and a big cam on it, because and that's from Vinny Roller, by the way. Shout out Vinny, you're a legend, man. Been watching the channel for ages. Yeah, the Datsun's probably going to stay naturally aspirated. I was driving around today. Things sound so freaking good. Did a little couple of tweaks on the fuel, and it's just going so well. And everything else I own is kind of boosted. Well, everything else I own usually gets boosted, so I think the Datsun's going to stay naturally aspirated. This, however, will probably end up getting a turbo on it, mostly because Damon said that he's going to do the turbo manifold, which will be built out of this right here, which will be sweet. The Ute build's got me wanting to build one as a street car. Not sure about the street, how legal these would be on the street, but look at that sauce. Look at that. How good does that rotary look in that engine bay? You know what the best thing about having this in the engine bay is? I can pretty much climb in and work on it on either side of the engine because it's so small. It's freaking nuts. I think I'm thinking about kind of pulling the engine apart and spraying like the intake manifold and stuff to make it look a little nicer, but we'll see how we go. Where's the shop located? Damon's shop is located in Geelong, which is about an hour from here, but it's outside that ring of steel that I was talking about. So, yep. Are you on Insta too? It'd be good to do a collab when you're here in Queensland. Hell yeah, I'm on Instagram. It's Mike Lake. Follow me on Instagram. I'll be in Queensland as soon as the borders open up. I'm going to come drifting at Archerfield with Luke and stuff. I've wanted to get back for ages, but obviously this whole COVID thing kind of stuffed things up. But it is what it is. We'll get there. It'll be sweet. If there's anything you guys want to see on the Ute, by the way, before we move on, feel free to yell out. I'm like super surprised at how well this thing actually come together, because like I was intending on doing it as like a super budget build, And it really just kind of kept going and going and just kept looking better and better and better. Like, how good is that? Crazy. I do love, one cool thing that we're going to be doing is this roof is actually going to be detachable. So we'll be able to, I'm going to have it on like pin things here, and at the front it's already got clips underneath. So we still can take the roof off so it can still be a convertible, which is like, I think, pretty damn cool, because I wasn't intending on having it like that, but I think it's mad. When are we going to have a meet and a cruise? Where would you recommend getting exhaust done for the F-36? Alright, the cruise. So I'm going to have a barbecue and a meet here at the factory once the restrictions open up a little bit more. And then we'll go on a cruise somewhere, which will be sick. And then obviously as next year I'll be travelling around Australia doing drift events, and then we'll do meets at those other events as well, which will be sick. What else? Where would you recommend getting exhaust done for the F-36? 100% GMF Fab from Damon in Geelong. Absolute legend. Will your merch be available for Kiwis? Hell yes, it will be. It'll be available internationally to buy. Unfortunately, you just won't be in the draw to win the car. But you can still support the channel, which would be awesome. And also the merch is really cool. I'm super stoked on it. Just a couple of tweaks to be done at the moment. It's all being printed through Jacob XPEC. If you don't know who he is, go check out his channel. He's a mad YouTube drifter as well. But he also runs a printing business. So all the stuff's super high quality. Very, very cool. Like I said, it's not about making money. It's just about exposing the channel and having mad, good-looking, good-feeling gear as well. So that's sick. Yeah. Could have sworn the factory is around the Springvale area because the road looked familiar. Might be, might not be. I mean, Sandown Raceway is right there, literally. So you might be onto something there. Whilst we're in a bit of a lull with the questions, I was thinking, right, I had this idea, so let me know if it's a good one or not. It definitely is. Of buying one of those ride-on eskies, and Dan also getting one too, because we've got a massive concrete space out in the front of the factory that doesn't really get used, and making them into little drift carts with PVC on the rear wheels, and then modifying the lock and putting a little bucket seat on them, and taking the esky off and having a wee bucket seat, and then having a wee drift competition. So if you guys are keen to see builds like that, let me know, because I'm always trying to think of more content to throw on the channel, and I just really want to build a little drift cart because I want to drift heaps. How were the drinks last night? Good. Thank you. And I feel good. So, bonus. Everyone's a winner. That sounds like an OH&S issue. I have no idea what you're talking about. No such thing as OH&S here. Look at this tire out. Look how freaking bendy it is. OH&S. Yeah, that's not super existent. Alright, let's walk over to the Datsun. Let's have a look at this beauty of a thing. This is so chunky taking the laptop around. It's very awkward. Alright, Datsun. Here she is in all of her glory. I've literally been driving this thing around everywhere since it's been finished. There's still a bunch of little things to do on it. This is really hard to aim. There we go. But essentially it's pretty much done. Oh, actually, of course, we need to do the engine bay, which will be fun. But just give you guys a rundown on the specs if you don't know them. So, we have 16 by 9.5, negative 52 wheels on front and back, which is by far the biggest, lowest offset wheels that I've ever had. Genuine wheels as well, which is freaking fantastic. eBay fender mirrors for now, but we're going to be changing those. Two-step garage bolt-on flares. Look at that. R34 GDR Bayside blue paint job. How good. Really come together super well. Let's have a look in the interior. So we've got bride bucket seats in the interior. Uncracked dash, which I haven't really cleaned the interior, so please don't judge me. Let's go around to the other side. Little ducktail spoiler that I found on Facebook Marketplace for like $200, which is absolutely ridiculous. And then we have a Nardi. I don't know what Nardi it is, but I bought that at Up Garage in Japan, and it's one of my favorite things that I own. on this whole entire car. Vinyl sprayed / fabric sprayed interior, and it come up really good. As you can see, the boot, I haven't put all the stuff back on yet, and that's come up awesome. And yeah, still just a couple of wee things to be done, to be put on, but overall just a super good looking car. Alright, I'm going to sit down and take your questions now because that was awkward holding the laptop. I'll put you guys back here. Whew! Did you watch Formula Drift today? LZ got robbed, I reckon. I definitely did. And I definitely think that LZ did get robbed. I find it a bit weird sometimes watching when I see them make some of those calls with Chris Forsberg. But if you guys don't watch Formula Drift, you definitely should. It's a great, great show. How did you find the Club Rego process? What up, Chris Starr? How you doing, dude? The white E36 in your picture. If it is, it's very cool, and if it's yours, I hope it's going well. Club Rego is awesome because a lot of people are quite willing to roadworthy your car and be a little bit more lenient based on the fact that for a Club Reg car you don't have to take it to Vic roads, which is very weird. So I'm signed up with Vivid Motorsport. Very, very easy to do. Sign up online, they give you a t-shirt, which is rad as well, costs like $140 a year, and then they give you the papers to say you've signed up with their club. You get a roadworthy for the car, and then you take those papers in the roadworthy in, and they give you the plates. Like, you don't have to take the car into Vic roads at all. I got this roadworthy and Club Reg when it was full nugget spec. Like, I'm talking nugget spec, so it's pretty rad. Yeah, which was pretty crazy because I was pretty intimidated by the whole process to begin with. But once I started doing it and realised how easy it was, I was pretty stoked. Yum. What wheel studs are you using on your purple E36? Need to find out so I can run spaces on mine. Wheel studs? Wheel nuts or wheel studs? Because the studs are they come with the spacer. And on this car, I'm just running eBay adapters. We'll do a walk around of this car in a second, and I'll kind of show you the stuff. But I'm just running eBay adapters on this. I've never had an issue with them. 25mm spacers front and rear, and they're rad. So yeah, what would you prefer? Team Meat shit? Is it Team Meat shit? A thumb for a toe or a toe for a thumb? A thumb for a toe or a toe for a thumb for a toe. Because my freaking toes are always in my shoes, so no one cares. But if you had a toe for a thumb, then like people will be like, bro, you got a toe for a thumb, that's weird as. But I still wouldn't care because I don't really care what people think. So, when are you buying an E30? Never, because they're getting real expensive. Just like every car, pretty much now. Even E36s are getting expensive. By the time we finish this build and do the giveaway, I can't point properly. The prices are probably going to be super high, and that thing's going to be worth lots of money. So. Yeah, prices are going up. People are starting to realise how good of a chassis kind of the E36 is. E30s have always been expensive, but are getting really expensive now. Man, I just realised how bad that tyre rack is behind me. Look at it. It's giving me anxiety. I wouldn't be surprised if it fell down on the live stream. But the R32 is there, so we don't want it to fall down. Yeah. Like, by the way, yeah, eBay specials. Mad. Stuff like spaces for the track are all good. Don't run eBay spaces on a road car. Bad idea. Not because they're bad or anything, just road car, just buy the good stuff. You know what I mean. But yeah, I haven't had an issue with them on the track. Let's do a walk around of the E36. Oh, do a mini truck build again. Oliver, I really want to do another ute build, like a Hilux or something again, to do it justice. I reckon the first one we did was okay, but I don't know. I just feel like maybe we should do. Yeah, I really want to put a barrow in something at some point. So a ute would be really cool, and I've just always been really fond of utes. So that's rad. Let's do a walk around of the E36 comp car, eh? I'll pop the bonnet first. Ooh, stock bonnet strap. Alrighty, E36 walk around time. So. Starting at the start, I'm going to tell you guys kind of things that I've done and things that I'm really happy with. So, we have this M50 B30 engine, so that's a M50 block. It's got the M54 B30 internals, so the 3 litre internals. That makes the whole engine 3 litre. That's just an M52 head. I can't remember whether it was B25 or B28. Doesn't matter, works fine. All it has is a stock head gasket with ARP studs, and it loves life. Absolutely loves life. So, then what are we doing? So it runs about 300 kilowatts on 12 psi, 12 or 14 psi. Really low boost. We are thinking about turning the boost up, although it is an absolute animal at the moment, so probably no need to. Mishimoto radiator and expansion tank. Now this thing here is one of the best things I've installed. It's an oil cooler, and it's just made the whole running of the engine night and day pretty much. It costs, I don't know, it was pretty cheap. I think it cost like $300 for the whole setup, which is mad. But basically I was seeing high oil temps and low oil pressure after a while of running the engine, and that's because the engine was the oil was getting thin because of the heat. And this thing has basically brought all of the temps down, including my actual overall engine temps as well. It keeps them super cool. It's hidden under there. I don't know if you can see it in there, the oil cooler, but it's, yeah, the best thing that I've put on this engine, I reckon. That's a custom GMF Fab Special turbo manifold, Kinagawa TDO 620G turbo, tile 60mm wastegate. Super basic setup, front mounted intercooler, stock everything else, and it absolutely loves life. Here are those spacers that we were talking about. eBay 25mm spacers. Yeah, Lenzo D1R rims. We've got slotted rotors. Fun fact, I paid $20 for these brakes off someone, I can't remember, second hand, so that's pretty funny. And they've worked really, really well, so happy with those. And drifting, yeah, you don't use your brakes a lot or enough to really start to get brake fade, which is cool. eBay wraps holding up super well. We've got two-step garage, wide body flares, which I think look pretty rad. We have Kaz Engineering 60mm LCAs with their V1 lock adapters. This lock kit is absolutely amazing. You literally point the car where you want to go. I've never driven a car that is just so nice on full lock to drive, and it has huge amounts of lock as well, so I've got heaps of confidence in the car. Really, really good lock kit. Big fan of Kaz Engineering stuff. Yeah, white line strut brace. We have Neomax coilovers up the front, so they're an Australian brand, Australian made. Still running the Max speeding rod, just the top hats, which are fine. I think I'm running the top hats because I had more adjustment in the camber on those in terms of dialing it out, so that I didn't have huge amounts of camber up the front. What else? Oh, I'm going to pull out my phone just so I'm not missing a... Woo! You guys can just chat amongst yourselves. I'm reading your stuff, your messages now. Where'd you get the turbo kit from? I made the turbo kit. Yeah, well, Damon made the turbo manifold, GMF Fab in Geelong. I made the turbo kit. Alright, we're going to keep moving. Let's go down to interior. We've just got two fixed back brides, this rad little train handle, eBay hydraulic handbrake, this awesome shifter that we sell on Two-Step Garage, very, very nice, easily the best shifter I've had in my car. Digital dash thing here, quick release and steering wheel, but all just super basic on the inside, nothing crazy. Start button and a AGI cage, which is okay, but Damon doesn't really like it. He thinks the fitment's not the best on it, so he knows more than I do. And then down the back, what do we have? Sorry, I'm just going to keep reading your guys' messages while we're here. Oil water lines, bulb placement injectors and chain. Where'd you get your turbo kit from? So, oil and water lines. Oil and water lines. I'm not running water lines to my turbo. It's a non-water turbo. Oil lines are just eBay ones. The oil return is just Damon welded onto my sump, so it's just stock sump with the oil return welded on. So this line, this oil send line is in the Kinagawa oil send, and then it's just teed into the oil sender unit down there for the signal for oil pressure, and that's pretty much it. It's got a little T there. That's oil send. Turbo kits are really not overly complicated. Pretty pretty simple. As you can see, I've tweaked my coil packs to run on an angle so that the wires don't get melted, which is mad. Down the back, I'm running Honda Civic front coilovers converted to run on the rear of my car. They are true coilover setup, which is sick. Do I run? No, I don't run IVAC. I have blanked that off. Brandosa, what up, dude? Yeah, it's blanked off with a Welsh plug because they tend to pop off under boost, which is really annoying. Let's have a look. Let's pop this old trunk here. So in here we have a Walbro 044 external fuel pump that's being fed. That feeds the engine with fuel. There's a surge tank here that's fed by a Walbro 255 fuel pump. I always used to be super scared of fuel setups, but it turns out that these aren't really that complicated at all. Yeah, pretty simple back here. As you can see, this thing has taken an absolute beating in its time. This whole corner is like off another car, and I cut and welded it in. Rad exhaust that Damon at GMF Fab also made. Really easy to take off, just 2 V-band clamps and the whole thing comes off. Underneath we have eBay arms, eBay axles, which are turning out to be really nice. 2.93 ratio medium case diff, and yeah, the whole thing, massive grip. This thing has monumental amounts of grip. It's pretty crazy, so I absolutely love it. So now, and we run the 6-hop UK axle spacers, so yeah. Hopefully we don't have any problems with snapping axles anymore, which was pretty much the main problem that we were having, so. Whew, that is a mouthful for sure. Hey Mike, love the channel, just wondering what injectors you're running, how big? I run 80-pound injectors. They're just eBay ones, or like, no, yeah, Bosch. I bought them off eBay, but they're Bosch injectors. 80-pound, E85, and they love it, so that's not an issue. Yeah, they've been mad, haven't had any issues with them at all. Yeah, pretty much it. Pretty simple car really, but at the same time, it's taken me so long to develop and get good, and like fixing it getting it good to the point where it doesn't break when I go out on the track. And most of the issues that I had with it breaking was me cheaping out on parts, or having to get like second-hand parts like axles, which I was breaking a lot. Gearboxes, which now have a ZF gearbox, so we don't have that issue anymore, and just little things like that. So the poor man pays twice, so they say, and it's kind of run true a little bit with some of the stuff that I've done. Can you help me turbo my Mazda Ute? I'm always happy to give advice. That's pretty much as much help as I probably can give, because my time's always super taken up with doing this YouTube stuff for you guys, which is sick. So yeah, if you guys want to know anything else about any of these cars, feel free to throw questions out there. But yeah, I'm so excited to give this thing away. It's going to be so good. I also have a lot more stuff to do in this shop to make it like super cool. Upstairs in the mezzanine floor, I really want to like do up heaps. I would love to have like this wall covered in some stuff. I need to get some more garage banners. I need to get some more racking. Yeah, just make the place gangster. Oh, Caleb, what up? Are you planning to do more podcasts? If you mean like have other people on the channel, for sure. Yeah, I do enjoy it. It's really fun. I like interviewing people a lot. But a couple other people are doing it in Australia as well. So it's like, how many podcasts do people want to listen to? Any upcoming plans or changes for the channel? Really want to start kind of pushing the merch a lot more. Hopefully this giveaway car really kind of lifts the channel up to where I want it to be. Next year I'm planning on just doing a bunch of traveling. I want to do a lot more lifestyle blogs on vlogging on the channel, so not just videos here in the factory, but kind of going out and showing you guys the ins and outs of all of this stuff, because there's so much more to drifting than just going to the track and drifting. And yeah, I didn't realize how much went into it. So yeah, and plus it's a hell of a lot of fun. So yeah, having people like Jordan on board to help film really helps, because it's just such a monumental task running a YouTube channel. Like Luke Fink does daily vlogs. That is absolutely amazing and insane. And you need to be doing something a job within your life that allows you to do stuff like that. You like to commit to making a YouTube channel, filming all this stuff. Like I do quite a bit of filming, and I'm putting out about a video a week at the moment. So that in itself is what, yeah, I would like to be putting out more content. It's just it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. So, but I freaking love it. So it's good. I'm just trying to massage all of my life and the jobs that I have in my life to work around this YouTube thing as well. But yeah, I'd like to know, have any feedback on what you guys think of like the Lakeside Co brand and where I can take it and what you guys want to see on t-shirts and all that type of stuff. I've tried to, with the new designs, I've tried to kind of be a little bit more myself with it, not try to copy anyone else. It's really hard. It is hard bringing out cool stuff that's original. Oscar wants to know if anyone's selling a 5-star conversion for an S15, so S13, sorry. So if anyone is, hook the boy up. He needs it. Talking about Fink, when are you going to hit my door at Archer? Yeah, Archer Field, we're going to do some vlogging and head up there for sure. But like I said, I really want to vlog the whole process of the lifestyle, not just the builds, which is mad. Oh, by the way, if you guys are looking for some stuff to watch tonight, Jason Fearon, Keep It Reet, have a video coming out where me and him went and did some stuff, but also he's got a bunch of stuff happening in it. That premieres tonight at 7:30 on his channel, so I'll be there watching. So you guys should jump over and watch there as well. It's mad. YouTubers helping YouTubers is always a good thing. So collaborations. By the way, if I was to collaborate with people, who would you like me to collaborate with? That's what I'd like to know, because there are a couple of people that I've been thinking of. Clutch Kick Junkies, Andrew, he is a freaking legend. Broken Sylvia, if you guys haven't checked out his channel, he does amazing stuff. So really keen to collab with those guys. Yeah. Show us the E34. Oh yeah, sweet. The E34 is not mine, but I'll show you guys. Why not? Let's go. We're gonna walk over. Currently doesn't have the engine in it. Oh, the engine's in it, but the head's off it. I've always been unsure about E34s. Should give the camera to Daniel to take over the vlog. Look. That would be good, but Dan is a little bit slack in that department. Here is the E34. I don't know much about them, but I think it looks pretty cool. It's got cool wheels on it that are apparently worth a lot of money. It's like a 3.5 litre motor. He was drifting it, but then he decided to stop drifting it because it's actually really nice. And so instead, he bought this thing to drift. Look at that sticker, that's gangster. So yeah. Oh, by the way, should I make these available on the channel, on the website? Big Lakeside Co banners. I think they're pretty cool. Hopefully I can come to heaps of events this year and you guys can actually buy stuff off me in person so we can have yarns. Sell me the Style 32 wheels. I don't even know what Style 32 wheels are, so is that them? Or is that the wheels on the... I don't know. I know stuff about BMWs, but when it comes to like E34 stuff, I just have no freaking idea, so... Yep. Yeah. Nuts. Man, I really enjoy doing these live streams with you guys. It's very cool. Definitely has made my whole day, kind of hanging out and chatting. So, well, it's weird though, because I'm just hanging out and chatting to no one. It's super weird, but it's good fun. Woo! Almost time to, I think, wrap it up soon. Unless you guys have any more questions or any more things that you would like to see. The giveaway is probably going to be Alex. What up, dude? Welcome to the chat. The giveaway is probably going to be live from the start of December, unless I get all my ducks in a row and we can do it earlier, which would be sick. The one thing I'm super pumped about, literally, is driving the Ute for the first time. Like I'm just so excited about it. This thing, that motor just keeps on revving and revving and revving and revving. It's freaking nuts. So I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a second gear car. The RX-8's come out with diff ratios of like 5.4s or something, and this has got a 4.44 in it, so the second gear should be really, really long, which is going to be freaking awesome. So I'm pumped. Um, but yeah, hey Jenny, thanks for coming and hanging out. Fun fact: Jenny used to be I used to play music and tour in bands around New Zealand and in America and stuff like that. And Jenny was there for she was a fan, I guess you would say, but I don't really like to call people fans or whatever. But she was, yeah, she enjoyed our music. So shout out Jenny for crossing over from the music now to the YouTube, which is mad. But yeah, a Christmas giveaway is going to be sick. I think that we're going to have to take this thing drifting and wrap it in a bow maybe, or do some kind of cool Christmassy stuff, because I have to prove that it drifts before I give it away, for sure. So we'll have to take it drifting somewhere. But if Drift X happens, Vic Drift X, that'll be on the weekend of like the 27th of November. If that happens, we'll be taking the RX36 drifting for the first time, and I'll also take the E36, the purple E36 with me as well. So we'll take both cars. Fingers crossed that happens, because I really want to take the rotary drifting really, really, really badly. But yeah, the biggest milestone is going to be this week, getting the exhaust put on it. I just cannot wait to hear it without it literally deafening me, because at the moment it's so loud it hurts to drive. So I just can't wait to hear it and see it pop the flames and do all that stuff. So it's going to be sick. Tyres. People say don't cheap out on tyres. What's the difference between cheap tyres and good tyres that are like $300 a wheel? Is it worth it? Very good question. Probably, my opinion's always been, for daily driving, just get a tyre that works. If you're not really doing much, like if you're not driving the hills or anything on them all the time, just get a normal tyre that works. Don't fork out for a super expensive tyres. If you are doing heaps of like grip racing around the hills, even though you're not allowed apparently, or at the track every now and then, semi-slicks are definitely well worth spending money on. Or if you have a high performance vehicle, then performance tyres are definitely necessary. But if you're driving your daily Corolla around, your normal everyday cheap tyre is going to be absolutely fine. And then if you're talking about drifting, then cheap tyres on the rear are more than okay. I think I pay like $50 something a tyre for my 235 brand new tyres on the rear. Perfect. And then on the front, you have to get expensive, nice tyres, because the front is where you want the grip. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. My Mac is about to shut down soon. Look at this. It's like, no. And it also sounds like it's going to take off, because I'm pushing it real hard with this live stream. But yeah, freaking sick. Thank you guys for hanging out. I think that's about wraps it up, unless anyone has any more questions. I really appreciate you guys taking the time on a Sunday to kind of hang out and chill with me. It's very cool. Sorry that there wasn't a video out today. If you haven't, make sure you go check out the Datsun videos. I had a lot of fun building that thing, and I'm freaking loving it. Obviously, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Subscribe. It's not that hard. Just hit that freaking button. It's all good. And then you could probably buy some merch and win this car. So yeah, you guys are all freaking legends. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys this week sometime in a video with this pink Karen RX36 Nugget. And yeah, you guys are all cool. So thank you. You made my day today for hanging out. So I appreciate it. Awesome. Peace out. A-Town. Bye, guys.